everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to set up a new budget and I'm going to then input it into YNAB, which is the app I use, which stands for You Need a Budget. So I'm going to go ahead and just list everything out. So if you're just starting and you don't know where to start, paper, pen, and your bank balances, which I have mine off to the side. So all you need is to figure out what your bank account is, savings account, any of your credit card debts, and then you just go from there. So you can follow along if you'd like. All right, so let's get started. So I'm going to list my credit cards first. So credit card 1, credit card 2, I have a student loan and let's see, and a personal loan. So those 4. And then for my bills, I'm going to go ahead and list those. So, and this doesn't have to be perfect. This is just getting it down on paper so then you can really just see what you're working with. So for right now, I know I have, let's see, my cell phone, and I'm doing this apparently in alphabetical order, which that's how I wrote it down. You can always go in and do it by the day the payment is due, and that might help you just kind of keep track of what you owe. So let's see, cell phone, we got DirecTV, and then electric, and then let's see, HOA, which is part of our water also, and then I have investments. I use Stash for that. I also have work 401k and all that, but this is just kind of a fun one to play around with. That's not really the right phrase I want to use, but you know, just to kind of get a little experience investing small dollar amounts. And then I have my life insurance, and then pet insurance, and then I'm also just going to put anything else for the pups in there. So I'll just try to have one line for them. And then I think that's going to be it for that. And I'm going to do kind of a auto or car line or car section, and that's going to be for maintenance. And then gasoline. I'm also going to do my home, and I'm setting this up how I'm going to put it into the app YNAB. So when I go through that, this is just the first kind of rough draft. So when I do this in the actual app, which will probably be my next video, I'll show you how I do that and how I break it down. So, and I've been using the app for probably, oh gosh, over 10 years easy, probably almost 15 years off and on, and I've never really broken it up this way, so I'm trying something a little different. I want to have an auto and I want to have a home. So the home, I'm just also going to do maintenance and decor, because we've been fixing up our house and doing a lot of home renovations, so now I'm kind of itching to do some of the decor parts. So all right, with that, I know I forgot something with the bills. Oh, trash and recycle, and then I keep a miscellaneous up there. It's not really a bill, but I like to have a buffer here in case for like the electric or something else that might change. I want to have a little bit of a buffer so I can take from it if I need to. So the next one I'm going to do, I think it's going to be my subscriptions, and I have it broken out by monthly and yearly. So my monthly ones is really just Google, Apple, and Disney Plus. And then for my yearly, I'll just put right next to it, I have my volunteer dues that I need to pay, spelling, my Fitbit app, let's see, Prime, oh, my Visa credit card fee, I keep it here because I always forget it, let's see, Walmart Plus, and then of course my YNAB. Now I do budget a couple different ways because I just love budgeting, so I play around with a lot of different ways to do it. And so with that, I'm just going to draw a line here and do some sinking funds. So I like to try a couple different things. I think in the next, maybe the end of the month or December, I might do a little bit of cash envelopes. I'll probably put it in YNAB as envelopes, but I'll probably just keep all my money in the bank until I actually can do it how I want to do it. Okay, so sinking funds, I'm going to put Babe, that's just my husband. I want to put a little bit there. I have Christmas. Clothing, computer, and that's really like software or saving for a new one. Anything that needs to be done. Let's see, we have gifts, medical. Oh, planner stuff, because I can never have enough of that. Taxes. I definitely have enough of that. Travel. And let's see, vacay. And I have two different categories because travel, if I need to just get a plane ticket to go back home or something, then I'll just use that money. And then vacay is if I'm saving for a specific vacation, like hopefully next year is Belize, fingers crossed. Okay, so I have sinking funds. Okay, so then where am I going to go with this? Okay, so I'm going to do business. I have my separate budget for business, but it's still pretty new, so I'm basically funding that right now. So I have a category for my business, which that's this, Budget Your Life. And then I have another inkling of something happening, so I'm going to just call that PHC right now. And let's see, businesses. Okay, I will put the envelopes here because I want to make sure I get these listed. And then for now, I'm probably just going to keep it in the money in the bank. So groceries, beauty and wellness, which is kind of just my spending money because I don't ever really spend my money on anything. But you know, if I go buy an Ulta or something, or Sephora, I'm kind of drawn in. So that's kind of what I use that for. And then dining out. And then entertainment, which is really probably movies. Okay, so I've listed everything I can think of for all of my bills and expenses, things that might come up over here that I just want to have money for, and then same with auto maintenance or home maintenance. I just want to have something going in there. So I don't have anything going to savings per se here. I do have money directly going from my paycheck into savings, but eventually when I start doing a little bit of the envelopes, I'd like to take the whatever I have left over, and I have a couple envelope challenges that I'd like to, or savings challenges that I'd like to do with that money. So kind of a fun way to save a little bit more as opposed to just doing everything on my bank and just depositing it. That actual physical touch of just saving the money, I think, might be a fun way to do it because it's going a little slow. So I definitely would like to save a little bit more. Oh, I have one more thing I want to do. Future. So at some point I would like a new car. No rush. My car's 14 years old. It's doing just fine. And then a new home. I love, love, love my home here, especially as we're redoing everything and having renovations. My husband just finished the kitchen, which is so amazing, and now he's building a book nook in our bedroom, and I cannot wait to sit there and read all my books. That I will have to put a line for books. So for now, it'll just go under entertainment because I'm getting a lot of my books from the library. So, so yeah. So now I have a checking account, and I have my 2 credit cards here. I have to figure out how I'm going to enter this student loan and personal loan into YNAB, because these are new. Well, not new. I've had my student loan, which seems like my whole life, and then my personal loan is new. So that's going to be my focus, is this one, and get that gone away. So once you get your balance that you have in your account, which I will do after this video, I will then figure out what all of these amounts are. Like, I know my cell phone's like, I think 138. DirecTV, I know it's 95 something, so I'll probably just put 100. Electric, I always put 400. I know that's a lot. I know. But it's not always 400. Sometimes it's more, but most of the time it's less, but I like to keep a buffer in there. And then this is every month I pay that. It's actually quarterly, so I pay that every quarter. I pay 300 every quarter. And then I know this is 200. So kind of go through and figure out how much money you have. And then when we set up the YNAB, you don't have to use YNAB if you don't want to when we go to set it up. But you can see how I'm doing it. So basically, if your checking account, this is just pretend, but if your checking account has $1,000 in it right now, and you get paid, today's the 7th, you get paid on the 10th, and let's say you get another 1,500. So you take that, now you have 2,500. So, and you don't get paid again until, I don't know, the 25th. So with this 2,500, go through your bills and say, okay, this one's paid, this one's paid, this one's paid, but I need to pay all this. And then I know I'm going to need gas, and just kind of figure out what you need to do. And as you're starting out budgeting, you just figure out what you need to pay before you get paid again. And then once you kind of get into a rhythm and knowing what you have and what you need to spend, then you have this section done, and you kind of go down to this section for the sinking funds. And maybe you're looking at your subscriptions on monthly, and you're like, I haven't watched Disney Plus in, 8 months, so maybe I can get rid of that. It's just writing it down and taking a look and say, I used to have a really long list of sinking funds, and I tried to shorten it up a little bit, and now I'm trying it with auto and home, so I can kind of keep my priorities of what I want to work on. So if you want to go ahead and get your numbers and come back and see what it's like for me when I set up my YNAB, my You Need a Budget new account, or not new account, but new budget, we can kind of go through it together. And I am a certified YNAB budget coach, so if you are interested in trying, I can give you my link. I'll figure out what it is and put it in the description of this video, so you can try it out. You do not need to enter a credit card, and you already get 34 days with them, but if you use my link, you'll get an additional 60 days, so you'll have 94 days without paying to try it out to see if you like it. And I do not get anything back. I just get to help you out with if you want to try out YNAB. So thank you so much for sitting with me while I wrote this all out, and I'll see you in the next one when I put it into YNAB. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.